Good morning, everybody. It is one of my favorite days of the year. It is the Northwest largest garage sale event. This is over the border in Washington at the Clark County Fairgrounds. It's twice a year. I never miss it. I even will plan my vacations around it. Like I'm not ever going to be out of town when this happens because it's just so good. It's historically just a really good event. I always get a lot of stuff. It usually takes me 2.5 hours to get through the whole thing. Maybe longer if I'm really hitting, but it's big. Prices are good. So excited to get in there. I'm early bird. You have to be early bird because the first hour is blissful because it's quiet, and then it gets bananas. And then you're fighting through the crowds the rest of the time. And so I always make sure to do early bird. It's also really fun to see all of the reselling friends that I have. We all go to this. It's like, a social hour for me. I love seeing everybody and what they find. Of course, I get jealous of what's in their bags. But that's just the nature of the thing. Can't wait to get in there and see what I find today. I got my Hulken bag and all of my bubble mailers. These are what I use to protect all of the things that I buy. Not everyone will have protective packaging when they give you something, and these are amazing. So if you can get these from your neighbors, highly recommend it. They save me at markets, but by the end of this event, hopefully this bag is full. So one thing nice about the spring show is that it's light out. The one that's later in the year, it's so dark and usually really, really rainy. Although today it rained, it wasn't supposed to. So of course there goes some of the bounce in my hair. Thanks, Northwest. Wait a minute!
You're beating us!
Okay, you guys, I am in, and guess what? You're gonna have so many videos to watch because Laura's here, and Bridget is here, and Abigail is here. So you're gonna have so many good videos of the show to watch. You guys know I'd be zeroing in on any hands. A bigger hand over there. Lots of great stuff. Like this. I've never seen an apple shape before. That's really pretty. These owls are adorable. Oh my gosh. You guys know me and a wicker animal. I'm moving fast. I'm getting this Tonala turtle for 10 and this really adorable brass bunny, which you guys know. I always pick them up when I see them. More Tonala and a lot of really beautiful vintage things. This is so cute. It's really cute. Oh, I don't see. Oh, there's price. 15. Adorable. Oh my gosh. A little old lady Kakashi. How cute. I love going through bags at these events. I just pulled this gem out for $2. My little pile of stuff for $30. So I'm in the booth with one of you guys. Layer Vintage. Put the information on the screen. Definitely give her a follow. She has so many amazing pieces. I really wanted it all, but I'm going to show you the needlepoint I picked up because it's phenomenal. So this is the needlepoint. I have never seen this type of green before. It's so pretty. So this is coming home. You guys, look at the little tiny caterpillar. That is so sweet. This is a very cool candle holder. It is 15. Big plank of wood. Wow. So we're all admiring each other's finds.
This was not the $2 booth, but I had to get it.
Oh yeah, the Nutcracker. Yes.
But it's like
this is coasters for $5. Everyone found great stuff. Laura got a table. I'm showing everyone my needlepoint. Okay, Laura's going to show us what she's most excited about.
So far, we're like only
you and your wavy.
I'm really into wavy ruffles.
They're
Doesn't
so
it
good.
almost look like wood inlay?
It does look like wood inlay.
Ceramic artisan.
Wow. That is a score. Score. Oh, there's Bridget. She's filming too. Filming and filming. Loving this Mount Hood painting. It's 65 and it's huge. Just got a very pretty Florentine tray. I've never seen this design before with all the florals. Debating this copper piece. It is 20. And then who's in the booth with me? But there's Abigail going through her.
I'm trying to
She's making very quick.
Look how cute that
That's really good. She's making quick work, you guys. Really
boxes
good.
and boxes.
Boxes on boxes. We know that.
And these are at their a paint
Oh
show.
my gosh.
It was a great deal for that 15.
You are doing really good. Is this not the most beautiful buffet bar? It's $3.50. Look at these flower carvings. Wow. Someone needs to buy this. If I could, I would. Some more ruffle pottery. for Laura. Hopefully she saw these. They're really pretty. Anyone need a faceless collie for $5? But I am going to get this little guy for $5. A little Acoma piece. You guys know I collect this pottery. This is the cutest salt and pepper shaker I have ever seen. So pepper's there, salt's in the head, and it has the cork because it's $5. This set of booths have a flea market feel. It's always really packed because they have very straightforward pricing, which is really great. Because oftentimes you have to ask the vendor how much stuff is, so it's nice when you just know as you're shopping. Now I'm in the $20 aisle, and there's some really great pieces like this. Beautiful metal vase. I really like that picture too. These are outside of my budget, but there's definitely some pieces like, ooh, I like this piece here, 20. I mean, not terrible, but for me to flip, not as good a pricing. Wow, you guys know I love pyrography, and I've never seen a box this big. It's sold, but wow, just wow. Amazing, amazing work on this. Okay, so I did about a loop and a half, and now I'm gonna go to the other building and see what I find. Hopefully there's some good stuff in here. Usually there's not as many vendors as the big inside building, and it's really dark, so it's kind of harder to film, but I'll try my best. Just had a lovely conversation with the woman who makes these amazing quilt coats and blanket coats. I mean, look at how cute this is. Oh my goodness, with the pockets. And so you actually can send her your quilt or blanket and she will turn it into it for you. Because I was telling her I had the perfect quilt, but I just don't have the time or skills. And she said, you could just send it to me. So you guys should definitely check her out. So I just am grabbing this really beautiful lidded pot, artist signed. The colors are so pretty. So I walked past this booth and I'm like, I love everything in it. And of course I do, because it's Nancy, who I have a booth right next to at Curiosities. So she is selling some of the pieces that I have definitely noticed and loved in her booth. So now they're coming home with me. So excited. And she also is starting a YouTube channel, so I will link that for you guys too. There's been a lot of really lovely needle points and needlework pieces, like embroidery, I should say. This set is really nice too, and I like the wood frame. So I've been trying to find glass for you guys. And there's a few glass pieces here. I've found some paperweights, but this is really pretty. It's 20 and it has a signature underneath, so I'm gonna ask the guy if he'll do less. My son would love this giant hammer. He would be obsessed with it if I brought it home. I would make his whole life if I brought this home today. Oh my gosh. So just grab this pair of swans for 20, and my Hulkin is getting really full. So I may have to do like a drop off after this if I decide to stay a little bit longer. I've been here for about 2.5 hours already. These of course caught my eye. They're outside my budget, but I've never seen them with the actual berries on the holly leaves. Now I'm gonna be on the hunt for these. Look at this carved wood stand. This swirl detail here is so unique, and I love the skinny size. Out of the corner of my eye, I thought this was a Kakeshi based on the head, but of course it's not. But I've actually not really seen many here. Look at the detail on top of this box. I'm assuming maybe it held silverware, or maybe it's a jewelry box. This is so stunning. Look at this cabbageware, you guys. It is so good. This was so hot recently, and I wonder if it's still really hot. This brass votive holder kind of caught my eye because of the bird on top. It's 14. So I just picked up this myrtle wood, Mary, and the vendor is one of you guys. And I'll pop her information on the screen. And so I went into her booth and she's like, you need this! And she was right. It's so pretty. I'm starting to peter out. I need food. I need beverages. I have been up since, well, 4:45, so I'm not surprised. Just now, just going around, making sure I have enough content for you guys in the video. Usually I shop first, so I try to shop first and then film, but I usually end up filming as I'm shopping, which slows me down. Ooh, I'm seeing some stuff I like. Okay, pulling over. This is the sweetest little art print, framed. I love it, of the two cowboys. I haven't bought really any art today, which is a bummer because you guys know how much I love to find it. This piece is $45. The frame on it is so substantial though. I'm not sure how I feel about the frame. So you guys know that I sell these types of luggage racks all day long. I don't know how I feel about the black though on it. It's kind of jarring. And this bamboo is coming off, although you could easily put that back around. It's $5. For the most part, it's sturdy. So I feel like it needs a better, prettier type of strap. This is a really interesting piece for $30. Just women by a stream. The frame definitely has seen better days, but it kind of adds that rustic old world charm. Sign in the corner. This is a sweet little box. Love the swivel right here at $10. And then a kitty. Ooh, I think this might be ironstone or ironwood. Never remember what it's called. That's $25. That's really very solid. Do I need this wood fish? He's $7. Although I feel like if I bring another fish thing home, my husband will be like, why? This is a pretty vase. It's ceramic with this metal detailing, but the metal detailing is silver colored, which usually this stuff has brass. Really stunning piece. So I am done with the sale. I got a whole hulking full of stuff and an armful of furniture, which was awesome. So now I'm on stop number 2. So I'm going to my friend Emily's pop-up. You guys heard me talk about it. I'm so excited to shop it myself. Oh, she gets the best stuff. And she did say there was a lady that was really interested in Cruel that already went through. And I'm like, no, because didn't have a chance to get there first. So hopefully the good stuff isn't gone yet, but she has so many amazing things, I'm sure now. So here is her setup. She did such an amazing job staging everything in the space. It looks wonderful. She has been scooping up all of the Polish boxes and little trinket things that she sees out. And there's so many here that I want to buy. Like here's one I think I need to get. And look at this little drawer set. Isn't that the cutest? Oh my gosh. Look at all these cute mini pottery pieces. I know a lot of people that collect mini pottery, so hopefully they come through today and shop the sale. So I love that she put the art in the bathroom because she was running out of space. What a great use of a bathtub. Look at this one in the frame. It's crazy good. She has some bells, and these ones are nice and shiny, so I think I'm gonna get most of these, assuming they gotta have their clapper in them. This is a cool one.
But I like that.
I feel like I might need this needlepoint stool. It's $60. It is adorable. Look at how cute these tiny candelabras are. They remind me of Beauty and the Beast. I can't look at something like this and not think that. I've never seen a Florentine pepper grinder before. Now I'm gonna be on the hunt for these for sure. You guys, these are ceramic mushrooms. Are they not amazing? I have to get them for my husband. Okay, you guys, we're back in my studio space, and I can't wait to show you this haul because it is huge. It is absolutely giant. I got so many great pieces. I can't believe the pricing. Like always, the Northwest Largest Garage Sale event is my very favorite thrifting event of the year. It happens twice a year, but bad news. They're selling the business. Yes, they are selling the business. I just found out about it. The fall sale is their last one, so I am gutted. Like literally gutted over it. So someone please, someone out there buy the business. It's supposedly a profitable one. Check it out. Anyone want to like host a huge garage sale event that everyone like me likes to go to? So once you see this haul, you're going to understand why I'm so gutted that it could go away because the stuff that I got is phenomenal. I also went to my friend Emily's pop-up. And one more quick thing before we jump into the haul, there are several videos of this day on YouTube. So Laura was filming, Bridget was filming, Abigail was filming, and I think there was one more YouTuber filming. You may have five videos of that event to watch. I'm going to link their videos down below. It's really fun to watch everyone's different perspective of an event and also see what everyone got because there's just so much stuff there. We all scored, I think, that day. Everyone felt like they scored a lot of great stuff. So make sure you check out their videos and they're linked down below. Okay, so we're finally at the haul portion of the video. So one of the first things I picked up was this amazing needlepoint. It nearly knocked me over. I nearly died when I saw it because it is so good. When do you see these colors? you don't. And I don't even like old-timey children anything, but this is the exception. And I think this is the exception for a lot of people because this was like poking out of my Hulken bag, and a lot of people stopped me to see it when I was at the event because they're like, what is that? And then when I showed them, their jaws just dropped because it was that good. So I actually got this from Layer Vintage, so I'll pop her information on the screen. You should check out her Instagram. She had great stuff, amazing stuff, and bless her heart, she also gifted me this awesome religious print because she knows I love anything religious, because you guys know that if you watch my channel. And it has a really lovely inscription on the back, and she knows I love any time there's extra detail about the history or who had it or what the deal is, basically the background of any piece, because oftentimes you pick up something and you don't know why it was made, who made it, etc. And so it's always fun to see a little bit more information. So thank you so much for my gift for this. Can't wait to hang it up because I love it, adore it. And thank you also for this piece. I just had to get it. I had to buy it when I saw it because it was that good. So I probably should mention that most of the stuff you're gonna see is gonna be available for you guys on Etsy, or we'll go to my vintage booth. I'll let you know if something is destined for a booth space rather than online, but most of the stuff you guys are gonna get. So I'm rolling up my sleeves, you guys, because there's just so many things to show you. I actually got a lot of like Mexican pottery and tonala animals. I haven't seen a turtle really out in the wild that I could afford like ever. Usually if it's a very special animal, it's usually marked up. I find birds like the doves all the time, but a turtle like this, adorable, absolutely adorable. Had to grab this. And then I also picked up this beautiful one, and I just loved the blue on this. And this was only $4. That gives you an idea of what the pricing is. I would say most of the pieces that I picked up were probably $10 and under. Sometimes even like a couple dollars. I mean, it's just crazy. So yeah, this I really fell in love with. This guy, and then there is one more tonala. Oh yeah, and then one more tonala piece. This cutie pie. I mean, I have never seen this type of bird ever. I mean, so cute. So cute. Like I said, I'm usually seeing doves. I mean, I love them. I love any sort of Mexican pottery, but when you can find a special animal, it is just that much better. And also ones in the blue tones. I love finding ones in the blue tones because I feel like they're rare as well. I find this pattern and colorway a lot, but blues I don't find that often. So yeah, very excited about these pieces. So I got a few painted trays, which is something I'm always looking for, especially the Florentine ones. And this is a style I have not seen before. I have not seen florals in the center like this. It is stamped on the back, so it definitely was made in Italy. Sometimes the Florentine pieces are not actually from Florence or even from Italy. Sometimes they can be from other countries like Japan. But this is actually a Florentine piece. This is exquisite to me. I think I paid up for it. I want to say I paid $15 for this. The older gentleman that I bought it from, he and his wife had the booth, and you could tell that he was really reluctant to get rid of anything. And his wife's like, you have to sell stuff. That's why we're here. So I felt so bad for him because he was just having a hard time letting anything go. And I don't blame him on this. I mean, this is a beautiful piece. So yeah, this will be available on Etsy. I was very excited to get it. And the other painted tray that I picked up, which is kind of a different one for me, is this folk art toll style painted tray. And what I loved about it is that it was black. It was very moody. It has purples for a change. And you guys know I don't pick up a lot of purple. I'm not a purple person. And so I usually pass it by, but you guys are always telling me, you like purple and I should pick up things that are purple, not just my personal preference. And this has a hook on the back. And so it's easy to hang up on the wall or in a getaway. I mean, you could technically use it as a surface to style on, but it's so pretty. I would hate for like the paint to get chipped. There's like a little teeny flaw there that I can fill in with some paint. I've been doing that a lot lately where I have been color matching on artwork and trays and all sorts of painted things, like these types of pieces as well. And I'm actually getting really good at repairing artwork. I actually haven't shown you guys really any of the things that I've been doing like that. I should, because I know I talk about how I never accomplish any sort of projects, but that's not 100% true. I just don't always photograph it or film it. So it feels like it doesn't happen if it's not recorded. I mean, I feel like that's like content creation in general. Like if it's not recorded or posted, did it even happen? So this will be available on Etsy. I loved this tray. I thought it was very excited. I was very excited to get it. I love all like the folk art type of things I've been picking up lately. It's just different from where I kind of started my journey as a reseller. So it's fun to see kind of how your selections evolve as like taste and styles evolve. Of course, I picked up some brass. So I got a pair of brass swans, which I pick up every time I can find them. They always sell well. They were $12 each, but I got them for $20 for the pair, which I thought was a really good deal. That was a great price for these. So these will be available on Etsy. They're a really easy list because I've listed them before. And anytime I can find something I sold before, always great. This piece, I think I got it's marked 16, but I probably got it for 15. I usually try to negotiate down a little bit unless it's a really good deal and I feel like it's totally fair, or if I know the person, I won't necessarily negotiate down because, you know, I don't know, this feels weird. If I feel like it's a fair price, I usually am paying for it. And so I thought this candle holder was amazing because if you look up close, look at all the edge detail. And this is an example of brass coloring that I wouldn't necessarily shine up because the patina on it is very even and good. I know a lot of you have a hard time with me shining up brass. My buyers don't, but viewers do sometimes, and other resellers definitely do, which I don't blame them because I know the patina on something can be one of the things that like make a piece special. But I'm a big believer that if it has patina, it needs to be even. It can't be gross and uneven and black spots and all that stuff. I like to try to, you know, get all that, take that to a neutral base, and then all that natural patina and darkening will happen again once the piece is clean, almost immediately. So you're never wiping away patina forever. It always comes back, whether you like it or not. So another pottery piece I picked up is this amazing lidded pot. And I absolutely fell in love with the colors. And I love the fact that they have the pattern on the inside of the lid, the top, the inside of the bowl. I mean, I just love someone's commitment to special details because that's not usually the case. Usually it's the top and the outside that's special, and the inside sometimes going to be a nice color, but not necessarily like decorated. And I thought that was great. Now, I do not know who this is, so if you guys are out there and know, let me know. But I'm also like surprised how much surface area their signature took up. They must be very important. And want to be very known because that is quite a signature on the bottom of a piece. You know, some people it's like a teeny stamp and they're just like, no, I want everyone to know I made this, but I can't blame them. I mean, it's a pretty special piece. It is beautiful. So yeah, I was really excited to find that. I want to keep it, of course, but I'm going to sell it to you guys. And then I also found this piece, which at first I thought, is that pottery? When I was like, saw it at the corner of my eyes, and no, it is glass, just in the shape of something that's more pottery. And so I thought this was phenomenal. It was marked 20. I think I got it for 15. And I'm always on the lookout for glass now for you guys. And I'm having mixed success with it. Sometimes it sells and other times it sits. I'm still trying to figure that out. But this is artist signed underneath. And I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see who that is. It's so hard. Now, someone did tell me that you can put like flour on top of it, and sometimes it can set in the signature and you can read it. So I haven't tried that yet, but that seems like a really good tip. So it says M. Jordan and 01, so probably 2001. M. Jordan. So if anyone knows who that is or recognizes this piece, please let me know. And this will be available on Etsy. And if it doesn't sell there, I'll take it to my booth because I'm pretty sure it probably will sell there. There's a lot of glass shoppers out there that come through the doors of Tiny Brambles where I have one of my vintage booths. Usually pieces like that are special and unique and sculptural tend to go to that booth because there are really high-end buyers in that area. And so I usually can get a little bit like higher pricing at that booth. But I thought this was beautiful. It still has that thing on the bottom. Is that I can never remember. Pontiff, I want to say. I was really excited to find a piece of glass for you guys. So I picked up a few like classic Andi things. So, you know, Cloisonne vase, got this guy for $10. That's a good price. I've sold it before, very excited about it. I also got this beautiful embroidery. Again, anytime I can find needle points, embroidery, crewels, you name it, for a good price. This one was $10. I always grab it, and this one's framed. So this will be available on Etsy. Love this one. I also grabbed a few things from the person who actually has a booth next to me at Curiosities. And so she was there just, liquidating some stuff that had been in her booth for a while that she was kind of like, I'm over it. It's good stuff. So I'm going to try to sell it to, other people. So when I went into her booth, I was like, oh my God, I love all this stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then I saw that it was Nancy. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense because I love everything she does. And this is something I have been admiring in her booth since she put it in there, but it was always outside of my price range in order to flip. It was a good price, so I don't know why no one wanted it, but it was outside my price range to flip. And so the fact that she had it 50 off in her booth at the garage sale event, I was like, 100% this is coming home. So I know someone out there, I know someone in particular who's gonna be very excited about this because it's a bird embroidery. And so yeah, I've always been very excited. And this is another example where the stitch size varies, which is really, really fun. I love when that happens because so often it's like this where it's like even stitching, which is like not a problem, but I do like when the stitching varies. I think that makes the piece just a little bit more special. This is when I was actually tempted to keep myself too, because I've been staring at it for so long, and I feel like these look almost like brambles rather than flowers, like actual like berries. And there are a lot of brambles, too many brambles. Frankly, in Oregon, it's a problem. They take over and you can't get rid of them. Blackberry bushes is the other way you can refer to brambles. And so I was like, oh, those look like brambles. But anyways, they'll be available on Etsy, even though I really want to keep it, but I know one of you is going to want it. So it's going to be on Etsy. So another thing I grabbed from Nancy was this beautiful needlepoint pillow. I just fell in love with the seam because it reminded me of Bruges, where I was, gosh, how long ago was that? Like 9 months ago? Oh man, it feels like it wasn't that long ago. I have been very tempted to go back to that huge market that I went to at the end of last year. If you haven't watched that video, you should definitely check out my Bruges Amsterdam series. It was a really fun trip. I got a lot of really great stuff. And Bruges is just now one of my very favorite places to visit on the planet because it's beautiful. And this is what it looks like. It looks just like this. So this will be available on Etsy. I grabbed this from her because you guys know, like I keep saying, anything embroidery needlepoint, I am powerless against. So I also got some wooden candle holders from Nancy, and I feel like there was one more thing or a couple more things that oh yeah, this thing. This adorable thing. So I got this from her too. And I thought it was so cute because I like anything mini, and this is mini drawers, adorable. And it's all hand painted. It has the little metal hardware. It is adorable. And so this again will be available on Etsy. And I just thought it was really cute. So yeah, she had the best stuff, as you guys can see, the best stuff. So I just, went through her booth methodically and picked out some really pretty gems. And everything I want to say was like around 10 bucks each, which was awesome, which was very good. I won't show you the wooden candle holders because they're nice, they're good ones, but they're not like super exciting and special. But I'm building a wood candle set like I told you in my last video. And so those kind of completed the set, one of the sets, which was very exciting. So you guys know anything bamboo, I'm always picking up. And I grabbed this. The guy who I bought this from was like very much like wanting to get rid of stuff. Opposite of the other gentleman I talked about earlier who was like just destroyed to get rid of things. This guy was just like, as soon as I like set my eyes on it, he's like, it's half off. It's 50, it's 25, 20. Will you take it home for 20? And I'm like, yes, yes, I will. I was like, I felt like I couldn't get out of there and say no. So anyways, I always pick these up anyways, especially if I can get them for like 20 bucks. That's a great deal. These always sell. They're great for organizing in a bathroom. So anytime I can find them, I pick them up. They don't necessarily go very fast because, I list them for over $100, so it's definitely more of a considered purchase, but they definitely always do sell, and it's something I'm always looking for. So yeah, I was very excited to find this. So there's still more stuff to show you guys. I told you this haul was like big and long. So I got this little Acoma pottery piece for me. It was $5, which is a really good price because sometimes these can be very valuable, especially the minis can be really valuable. So I love Native American pottery. It's something I collect personally. It's something that I have sold a lot of over the years. I got this salt and pepper shaker that's a dachshund for $5. It has the holes here and here, and you can see like this is where you put the salt and pepper. I do not pick up salt and pepper shakers. You guys know this. I don't know anything about them. I know people collect them, but I don't know how to tell if they're valuable or not. I mean, I guess I can do a Google lens, but still. So I thought I would give it a go with this guy because he's such a novelty. And I feel like if you've ever had a dachshund, you will never not be able to get excited about dachshund stuff. That's just how it goes. And so I know someone out there who loves wiener dogs is gonna love this. So something I'm gonna keep for me, again, is this beautiful Mary Myrtlewood statue, which I got from one of you guys. So I went into her booth and she was like, I think you might want this. And I was like, yes, I do. And so this is gonna be part of like my minimalist Mary collection. So I have 2 Mary collections. I have like the old world, colorful, very Catholic looking ones. And then I have the more minimalist ones like this. And so she'll be part of like that wood minimalist collection that I have going. And so she's very pretty. So she's myrtle wood. She was $20. I just think she's lovely and she's in very good shape. And I just love the both varieties, the minimalist and the ones that are very ornate. And so this one is for me, sorry, but one thing that is going to be for you guys, which is going to be very hard for me to part with, but I know it's going to fly out the door, is this amazing needlepoint stool. Now I got this from my friend Emily at her pop-up. She had several needlepoint stools. I wanted them all. But this one, I was just like, you know what? This was the one that has to come home with me. So I think it was, I want to say 60. So it wasn't like, you know, dirt cheap at all. You know, she priced it what it should be. But there's still room for me to sell it to you guys online. And I just think it's phenomenal. I mean, the colors, there's definitely some wear because it's an oldie. You can see a little bit of threadbareness right there. But that just adds to the charm of it. And look at that nail head detail and look at the detailing of the woodwork. I mean, it's a phenomenal piece. Like, I didn't know she had picked this up because oftentimes, like, you know, we show each other our cool finds, and I don't think she showed this to the group. And I'm like, where have you been hiding this? This is so good. So yeah, I was very excited about that, and that will be available on Etsy. And a few more things that I picked up from her pop-up. We'll just go through them right now. I got this beautiful Polish box. And what I love about this one, it's a really good shape, but it is the blue colors, which is very rare to come across. Usually it's in tones of red. And anytime I can find blue, it's very exciting. And this one is great. She finds Polish boxes at a volume that I have never been able to replicate. So she just, you know, every once in a while, someone has we each get a certain thing that we are good at finding. And I feel like she's very good at finding Polish boxes because she has so many at her pop-up. And I wanted them all, but I decided to settle on something like I don't see very often. So I got this one. I thought it was really pretty. I got a bunch of brass bells from her. And this one I thought was super cute because it's a little bit more petite. And it has the little like medallion on it. And so I was very excited about that. And so this one's more plain, and then this one is like the etched style. I also got these bells. Now these weren't from Emily's pop-up, these were from someone else, but $10. And these ones are the black in brass, which is so rare for me to find as well. Usually it's just, you know, the brass or more of the coppery brass color and not black like that. So I was really excited about those bells. And a few more things I got from her pop-up. I got this beautiful needlepoint. Again, so many needlepoints. And this I actually thought about keeping for myself and putting in my gallery wall, but I'm also like, how many more things do I need on the wall? I guess I could fill in that side area there. I don't know, because I feel like then that might be even more. So anyways, I don't know. I may actually list this and may not keep it for myself. I also got, oh, hold on one second. I gotta go grab the other 2 things. Okay, so I also got this amazing bird crewel, which I do remember her picking this up and thinking, ooh, one of these days, I feel like that needs to be mine. And it was. So it was 28 bucks. And it's unframed. I debated on whether I should wait to find a frame for it, but I may just put it up and then whoever buys it can frame it themselves. But it is so beautiful. I mean, look at the birds. I mean, they are phenomenal. And the trellis that they're on is just such a fun piece. So yeah, I was really excited about that. Again, she had the best stuff. So anytime she has another pop-up and you guys are local, you need to go and shop it because it is so good. And then the final piece I got, which I feel like there's something else I got from her, but I'm like not remembering. I did pick up this beautiful hammered vase. Now I actually found a similar one, bigger in a slightly different shape, like last year. It was either the beginning of this year or last year. And it was something that sold very quickly. and actually was quite valuable. So I was really excited to find this at her sale because I never would have known much about them until I picked it up into the Google Lens when I was at Goodwill. And I was like, wait a minute, these are something that, you know, people love. And it sold like that when I listed it. So hopefully this one has the same type of look and sells really quickly. But I love the mix of copper and silver color, and it's so shiny and like glitzy and beautiful, but also folk art. I don't know, it's just one of those perfect pieces. So I was very excited about this. So excited that she had one of these. Oh, one last piece of art to show you is this, and this was like an impulse buy at the end. I had walked by it a few times and I was like, oh, every time I pass you, I want it. So I decided to actually buy it. I thought it was really fun. It's just a few women in like, I don't know, more old-timey garb by a river. It's signed in the corner, and then the frame definitely has some like wear and patina, but it really adds to the charm. I think that this is like an instance where the coloring in the frame and just the wear on it really just makes the piece. And so this is where I would not do any touch up on this frame because it's too widespread and really just adds that drama. So this will be available on Etsy. It's gonna kill me. I paid $35 for it. So I paid a little bit up, but it's a very, very good piece. Okay, so we're finally at the last 3 items to show you. So I got this beautiful perfume bottle. This little like thing actually works. You always wanna check that because oftentimes they can have cracks and they don't actually have any sort of spraying like capability. Not that anyone necessarily would put perfume in it. I feel like they're only decorative. I don't know. Maybe you know more than me and actually people are using these and not just for display, but it is beautiful. Nonetheless, I've actually sold one of these before and it sold very quickly. I sold it into my booth setting and it got a lot of attention before it sold. So definitely it's one of those like eye-catching things that if you have it in your booth will get people to come into your booth because it is very special. $10, which I thought was such a great price. And then the final 2 things are these Indian style brass trinket dishes. So this one is shaped like an apple, which I thought was great. And it says $6. I probably got it for $5. And I just loved all of the etched detail and the color and the stem. I've never seen an brass apple container that has like etchings. Usually they're fairly plain. And then I got this beautiful Indian enamel lidded dish, which I thought was great. And I love the fact that the colors were more moody, and this is almost like it's like a burgundy. I don't know, it's not brown, but it's also not purple. It's like somewhere in between. So I thought it was really great, and I love the contrast of the colors. So anytime I've had these, they've actually sold. Even scenes that I would not have thought would sell well, like lighthouses and other types of like random scenes that don't seem to fit like Indian brass pieces, especially like American style lighthouses, but I've sold one like that before. So if you ever see these and they're largely intact and they don't have a lot of like chipping, definitely pick them up because they definitely have buyers. Okay, so that is all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. Like always, anything that's gonna be available on Etsy is usually linked down below. And if you don't see it, feel free to reach out. It may mean that I didn't get it up in time or it's already sold. So you never know. So feel free to always reach out. And remember down below, I've listed everyone else's videos of this amazing shopping day. So make sure you check them out. Thanks again for watching and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.